flow with the ocean of your soul. So be able to go. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Because stillness is important, but being in flow is equally as a balance. And seeing that the waves of the ocean still is something that you gotta do. You gotta let it know. Let it all flow down, let it all come in, let it all go out. Because that's the balance of everything, the yin and the yang. I see it. I be plucking all of the strings, and now strumming in my heart, and I'm feeling like I'm never gonna be apart from myself ever again. Because the way it's been shown, I know the clouds are parting.
Yeah.
The sun always behind your head. I see it, baby.
Yeah.
See the Christ consciousness of this time and place. Baby. I be seeing all this truth. I be seeing you, lady. You've been doing all these things. I be knowing that you got it.
I thank you. Yeah, I thank you. I'm so grateful. Cause you see me and you, that's unity. Like the queen say, queen bee. Oh man, we're both queening, but military dreaming. I'm being all I can be, building out the teaming. Together everyone achieves so much more. We do the give and go, what the lion in store. I said going down the yellow brick road like MJ and dying. And Ross, I'm telling you, got the cowardly lion. You giving me courage, like the motherfucking courage, the cowardly dog. I'm telling you, you giving worth, just you being you. Be me being with your art and your different hue. I see it, no more lustful. Understand the trustful. I mix the lust with the love, then I got a new potion. See, I'm in motion. You call me an ocean. I know I'm the drop in the sea. I'm the whole sea in the drop. I'm just being singular to me. I am Cell. I love myself. My CELL. I love my health. Thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Hey. Yeah, that's awesome.
That was awesome.
But that's what happens when you walk it out, right? And you complete a task and you move the energy. We preparing for a baby.
A whole
A whole ass
ass baby.
baby. So we preparing for a baby.
Whole ass baby.
A bold ass baby. Bold ass baby. And know that you said you didn't want to be in it to do the other talk, but like I thank you for jumping in the free flow. That was beautiful. That's the MC. A to the X over there.
I mean, we here now. If you want to do the video, to knock out the talk, come down.
I mean, we could. That was a beautiful way to start it off. And we're sitting and looking at the castle. Yeah, absolutely. I'm down.
I got the sun in my face.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so I'm gonna do another. I'm gonna read this, and then we're gonna talk about our free birth that we're gonna have with our child. Hey, said our word is our bond. Yeah, in the source code, it matters. See what code you follow in G. I'm a OG, original God, original Jah, original gangster. I'm Elijah, not Muhammad. See, Elijah Morgano. See, I understand my legacy when I'm giving you me. I know, right? You see the shot, the double entendre, but like, oh.
I listen also to the ways that the sounds like bounce off of each other.
Hey, I appreciate it. Like, that's what I got from Scuddy last night, bro. He's just himself. Like, and he's elevated. Super elevated. The guy that I told you that, yo, just do you. You a rock star, my nigga. He's like, yo, do you, man? Say you a rock star too. Alright. So, squad of protection, truth, vibration, master of manipulation. No more hating, time for the trust. No more lust, time for the love. LUV, so I will follow all of the white colonizers' trail. I will take them as my friend, but I will not bend our back to their burdens. I will be so cunning as a coyote. See, I will be, and I'll ask them to understand their ways, understand their days. Then I will prepare the digital underground for my children and their children's Aludumare, great spirit. Our ancestors show us the way and we never fear it. Have us outrun the colonizer in their own fucking shoes. Nina, Simone, and the Tony, the Lawrence, deep piano, what up, Morgano? I understand, no more time for the drama, so we pray every day, then we meditate, we get silence, and then we wait.
But the ancestors said,
What do they say? And they speak in the in-between spaces of our thoughts. Thoughts of things traveling so fast, so we bring in our blast from the past. Free birth.
Yeah.
Free birth.
Manifesting our free birth.
Manifest. That's what this is. We manifesting our free birth. We had to clear the way so that our free birth can come. We gonna put this PhD sticker right here. Somebody they gonna see PhD, bro. PhD for the win, bro.
Manifesting our free birth. Dopeness. Just got a message from the doula today. Looking into Medicaid. I also found a list of doulas that's in the Richmond area. There's 5.
Doulas and midwives.
Doulas.
All right, we gotta look for midwives as well. That's gonna be a part of the team. All right, so this message is.
There might be a mix of both. Actually, I'll double check.
The goal is to have a squad around us. We're in the final countdowns for the baby, Imani, Chi Love Mindset, super lit, and we have decided
free birth.
E is following her body. I support the decision of the following of the body. Yeah, and we're doing a free birth. And can you tell them what a free birth is?
So free birthing is the radical notion of allowing your body to just do what it needs to do in order to birth. It's full liberation of movement, full liberation and control of how it is that you desire to have a relationship with your baby, because a lot of the indoctrination process, a lot of the trauma that we get comes from within the womb. And you're going to the doctor's office, you're getting these ultrasounds, you're getting poked and you're getting prodded, your guardian, and this is as a child speaking as a child within a womb, your guardian is getting bombarded with all of these potentials and all of these risks that you might have to think about. Your blood's getting drawn. It's a very the level of exterior involvement is it to a certain degree. It hits at that instinct of like, oh, I'm receiving support and assistance, but because it's coming from kind of an extractive place, it's not true assistance or support. It's how can we control the situation and make your body dependent on us to feel what feels right, which is the healthcare system, versus here are ways to empower you to listen to your body better. Free birth is where you listen to your body and you take full responsibility for the ways that your body is telling you to move and to execute what it needs to execute in order to, in terms of actions, in terms to create the most effective way for your baby to come out. The body knows what it's doing, essentially.
Yep. And our goal is to do this within the confines of our community. Like we have our tent, we're gonna have a little pool. We're gonna find something to heat the water up. We got the mini stove that we can heat the water up.
And we could build a bonfire. It would be as simple as purchasing like a large pot from like Salvation Army or something.
Oh yeah, like
keeping that full.
So it's just being able to focus our attention on the things that we desire to manifest. Having a team around us of people that have faith and belief. That's the biggest thing. Having a high level of faith. You may not have the experience to do this, but having a high level of faith. Prayers really matter for us this time in this go around. So right now we're looking for volunteer doulas, assistants, prayer warriors that we can allow and the baby's body and frequency to do this free birth as naturally, as calmly as possible. I have 8 other children. I've been around 4 of the births, and this is the first time I've done a free birth, and it'll be 1,000. I was nervous. Like I had my nerves once the decision was made, and I remember I said we're gonna do God's bath, like, and I'm like. God's bath is way more than what we're doing right now. And I didn't even know the term at free birth at the time. So us to be able to talk about it more and communicate with it, and us coming up here to do this live is sharing with our community, and that we can let them know. Like people have been paying attention to us. We've been on tour. Baby is alive and kicking. We just had the Blessing Way 20 days ago on the first of the year. So it's just like Yeah. I even hear my sounds when I talk about the nerves. So it's just we've really been focusing on what we desire to happen, and the desiring to happen. Every time I hear you explain the free birth, we're gonna watch some more videos. I got the space now to watch the videos.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, watching the videos of the people going through pre-birth, it's like it only really makes sense. Like the experience of right now, what I'm experiencing in my body is these Braxton Hicks, whoever Braxton Hicks was. These pre labor crampings that are preparing the body. The body is preparing me for labor. I can feel my body making these contractions.
Mm-hmm.
They're sporadic. They're just preparing. They're strengthening the muscles in order to be able to do it. And me being able to know that and feel that. Why on earth would we be able to make babies if we also couldn't birth them on our own?
Yeah, that make no sense. Yeah.
Like, I mean,
it goes into the level of you was talking about the control. It's that's a birthing control system that even though like we've birthed successful births, there's all types of complications that can go through what you were just saying, how all of the stress that's being put on, the trauma that's going through, all the poking, the medicine,
the positioning of the body.
It's a whole traumatic experience just to come into this realm.
Mm-hmm.
And especially
it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be. It's supposed to. It's a sacred moment.
Absolutely.
That they've learned to capture.
Mm-hmm.
They've learned to capture.
97% of. I think it's something like 97% of the people who give birth in the United States do it through the hospital.
Damn, that's a monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
That's a monopoly, if I do say so myself. And where we're going, we're indigenous. We have our own nations. He has a nation. I have a nation, and we're combining our nations. Our nations are being joined in union through the birth contracts and agreements that we're doing. So having this free birth is the first for both of us, and it'll establish a wave of free birthers for them to be able to bring their child in a peaceful way. The people that are doing home births and water births, every sign points towards doing a free birth after we've looked into these other ways. And even looking into those other waves, they're like, no, don't do this hospital, don't do this. And it's like, yo, like
everything is just like, do what you've been, because we've really only been to 2 doctor's appointments, and I can feel that the baby is kicking, that the baby's moving around, and there is everything always comes back to self, right? Like what we're on mission, and the baby is a manifestation of the mission, and the root of everything that we're doing is self-love, self-trust, and being able to have a free birth and trust the fact that we trust ourselves enough as carriers of the baby, and we also trust ourselves as parents of the baby to be able to go through this process.
Mm-hmm.
It's not meant to be when we were just talking about how being able to anticipate a certain level of fear when you get to the next level is mandatory, because it shows the chaos that's around. Mm-hmm. It shows the potentials, and the strength comes from being able to push through the potentials and know what your intention is. I know, like I can see it. Like Clancy's gonna be all decked out, like got the cushions in the back, got the bonfire all set up, kiddie pool, and just being able to chill. Like I can feel the contractions in my body, and I can feel generally what it feels like to like push. So I've always had a pain tolerance anyway. I got this tattoo on my shoulder done for 12 hours straight.
Yeah, you on your G shit.
Yeah.
and like I'm hearing more of the sounds, the confidence in your sounds as you talk more. Like that's why doing these videos to manifest, especially after we just did 2 free flows. We did one of the dopest collaborations I think we've done in a while.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And we do it in a place where this is historic. This is a
Got the
historic
Black
area.
History Museum over there.
Yep.
We also engaged with
Black History.
Melodic Mondays.
Right here. That's where I went to high school when I got kicked out of school down here. The stuff behind us is called Jackson Ward, and it's a historic, successful, like a Harlem area enrichment for melanated people. So being able to be in there and speak ancestral shit, they're happy because our ancestors didn't have hospitals. Like,
No,
bro.
what? No. Our ancestors, like, I got village roots, bro. Village shit. You don't have access to a hospital in a fucking village.
Nah.
Where did Jesus get birthed into?
In
a fucking barn.
Fucking manger, my nigga. So like I like
the straw and shit.
And us doing this, it breaks the socially accepted vibration of this is how you're supposed to do this.
Right.
And so like this is a high level. You said 97% of the people in America go through the hospital process.
Yeah.
Like, so us being a part of the 3%, we immediately separate ourselves, and we'll always have that story. And that story is it's gonna build a lot of buzz. People are gonna want to know why, want to know how, and then when they ask why, they're like, "I'm glad you asked."
Here's the footage.
Here's the footage. This is why we did it, and this is why we'll continue to do it. And we did it with the bare minimums. So we can do it with the bare minimums, and we now have been successfully doing it for a while. Now we can it becomes an easier task as you do it.
I feel like the question that comes up a lot in these conversations that we have is the quintessential, like, what is it that we really need? What do we really need in this society, for ourselves? Like, what? Thinking about, like, and when we think about it from an abundance place, right? We know that we are abundance. Spiritual abundance is a different vibration than materialistic abundance.
It's way different.
And when it comes to the basics of what we need in order to be in relationship with our highest vibrating self. Nice!
Finish that thought. You can hit it. That was a great expression.
Nah, man, I'm gonna give him some moments of reverence to the weed. Ashe. What's up, medicine?
What up, man?
Why does it smell like top ramen, yo?
You've been fucking some ramen up. Sustenance.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Juno for buying tacos this rising.
Yeah,
that
man.
was lit. That was good.
I'm grateful for him, and this is why us being able to pour back into our community.
Hell yeah.
With our spiritual, you were talking about spiritual abundance.
Yeah, man.
Versus material abundance.
Right, and it's not like, it's like being open to material abundance is an option.
It's lit. It's something that is a part of the process.
Right, being able to be open to it and not attached to it makes it flow, because currency, money is a currency.
It is.
It's a current. See?
It's a current, but money flows.
Just like currently, we're manifesting an abundance mindset.
We are.
Thank you.
This is part of the ceremony. Ceremony good shit.
Thank you.
Ceremony. Talking about what you don't desire, solution for it, creating some form of alchemy. You know what our ancestors had to do? They had to rub sticks together to make fire. A shungite to spark to it.
And the dope thing is too, right? It's like the dope. Think about divine timing, is that so many things, like the is like a lot of the inventions made, like they probably created a spark by accident.
being in receivership, I'm in houseless and on this journey for the past few years. Really taught me just learn how to receive. I would be sleeping on benches sometimes, and sleeping on the bench by the James River, Pie River, and that bridge that we getting on. And I wake up and there'd be a bag with some socks and some fucking granola and some water and bananas. Like, hell yeah. Like, I'm like, thank you, universe. How'd you know? Because you're all knowing.
On mission, yo.
On mission. So that's where your spiritual comes to a play. You brought it back to what do we need, or what are our desires, and those things that we need are, like I said, a lot of faith. Those that do want to support our mission and they can't do it financially, or just faith. Have some prayers, send some prayers our way. We desire a doula, midwife, and a team to be around this beautiful journey. We a documentary team, because this is being documented, and that documentary team. This is a spiritual ceremony. If you've been on tour with us at all, any of this year or last year, you know that we big on ceremonies, and this ceremony is the most sacred.
Yes, it's a rites of passage for me. Absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, having your first child, like, that's a huge rites of passage.
It is.
All of this before the full moon, too.
Yes, bro.
Or new moon, excuse me.
Yeah, before the new moon in Aquarius. There a lot of we writing our chapters. Everything that we do leading up to these moments, and then everything we do leading up to you having that rites of passage. Man, shout out the Midnight Gospel. Shout out the Midnight Gospel, and Midnight Gospel being able to talk about to show the birth. And meditation is just becoming familiar with your body. What you're doing right now is becoming familiar with your body. This message was talking about us becoming familiar with our bodies based off of free birthing and listening to our bodies. I just listen to my body. It's called intuition. Like those that are empaths or have a great deal of empathy, like you can listen to yourself. And like you can listen to the voice in you can even talk to yourself if you don't care about being like people be like, I wasn't talking to you, I was just talking to myself out loud. But I was like, I heard you, so I can talk to that. Like, and then when you get to a place where you okay with really, no matter how unorthodox it seems, really just dive in with yourself, you're taking, no matter what life or mayhem throws your way, you're taken care of. So just know that we're taken care of.
Right.
Worry never got anybody to success.
No, and because the thing is that the chaos, like being able to focus on chaos, our best life, observe the fact that we need our mission as well. Contrast is a lesson, and a lesson is a blessing. So if we look at that which we receive, all is still in a space of gratitude. As long as you move in a place of gratitude for everything that existed up until this point to be in this now moment, you will continue to manifest an abundant life because you know that you're grateful to be exactly where you're at.
Exactly.
Life is a blessing. Life is a blessing.
We came here to experience and live. Like lived is devil spelled backwards. So you come here to run into the opposition or a devilish moment, and you have to use what you learned in life to get through that. And you can call on party members. The first Trinity. Like I love my mom and my dad, but like I just posted a picture with my mom. you want part of this baby's life. If you want to be a part of this baby's, play our game of creating this. Because, Mom, you're the devil. You lived the perfect life that you've ever lived, and I watched you, Fat Annie. So we cut off. She had her right to she had and God likes to people see all teary-eyed, all our soul and they eat that shit up. Suffering is they like we love
space. Solution is relative to what the space requires, but we have that formula. Ultimately, what we're looking for is solutions.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.